You boys look like a weird heavy metal band.
Yes, we are a band.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you play?
Symphonic, post-apocalyptic, reindeer-grinding, Christ-abusing, extreme war, pagan, Fennoscandic metal.
Right. Really interesting.
What up, everyone? DJ Noobs here with you on the Military Radio Podcast, doing another trailer reaction. Today, I am doing Wanted Man 2024, directed by Dolph Lundgren. Cast consists of Dolph Lundgren, Kelsey Grammer, and Michael Paré. Plot follows a police officer who must retrieve an eyewitness and escort her after a cartel shooting leaves several DEA agents dead. But then he must decide who to trust when they discover that the attack was executed by the American forces. So I've talked about it before when it comes to, like, growing up in the 80s, having all these action heroes. Dolph was one of them from the Rocky series. And then, of course, Dolph went and did some other movies on his own, action, like I think it was Red Scorpion was one of them, Masters of the Universe, stuff like that. So, Dolph started becoming his own action hero, like I Come in Peace, or it's now called Dark Angel. I always call it I Come in Peace. That's how I saw it in the theaters. But obviously, as time goes on, these guys get older. They're still putting stuff out, a lot of stuff out. Like, there's a lot of movies I still haven't seen from, like, Van Damme or even, Seagal. Like, there's just, because some of them are just so bad, like, whether or not the budgets are there or the stories are not strong, and of course these guys aren't in their heyday, so you're kind of like, okay, these guys are just, they're trying to make a living and do their career and stuff. But occasionally you see movies they put out, like the Expendables that, Stallone started with, bringing all the action heroes in and doing stories. Those are great. Like, I really like those. So I don't know, like, I haven't seen much of Lundgren stuff. Like, I always see them listed. Like, there was one called Shark Lake or something. I haven't got around to looking at it. It's like, it's just, you don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. And sometimes I check out pretty fast when I don't really like what's going on, or it's just not really living up to expectations. So I don't know what to expect from this, but I'm very intrigued. You got Michael Paré, who I really like. Kelsey Grammer, he looks like he might be in a villainous role, so that kind of looks cool. I don't know for sure on that, but some top names in there that you're pretty familiar with over time. And anyway, let's give it a whirl, man. Let's see what we got going on with Wanted Man 2024.
You have to save yours and our reputation. The DEA murders in Silverado. Remember that?
Yeah, 2 undercover agents killed in a drug buy.
We're DEA!
I got the marshals to agree to send you down and bring those 2 witnesses back here.
Sometimes I mess around with movie lines. You looking at me?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else around here? ¿Algún problema?
We had a doctor fix you up the right way. This is my brother.
It's dangerous. The longer we're here, the more danger for your family.
Johansson has a few lives left. He's a strong one.
She can help solve who killed those DEA agents. In America, we can protect...
You can! Te van a encontrar, Rosa. Te van a matar, vas a que te maten nomás.
I saw what happened that night, and they know it.
So who do you know that you trust that you can call?
So many questions, my friend.
If you want to fight with the wolves, you gotta be a wolf.
Yeah, so I'll say this. It looks intriguing. The plot's not super original, but one thing I've noticed too, like one thing I kind of miss is while some of these, like, yeah, we're expected to believe that, you know, these guys that are tough guys that we grew up with and stuff are older and not really capable of doing some of the things that we saw them do back in the day when they were super fit and younger and everything. But I always use like a standard, like for anyone that ever saw Rambo 2008, right? Obviously Stallone was much older. He was still kind of buff at that point. And the thing is, though, they didn't make didn't make Rambo so much like weak. Like, you know, he took some shots in that movie, you know, as well, but in the end, he was still like the baddest motherfucker on the planet. And I miss that about some of these movies that are coming out. It's like we've tried to humanize some of our heroes so much now that it's like in this case, it's only a trailer, but Lundgren's character, it's almost like, yeah, he's older, but they treat him like he's also weak in some things. Like all of a sudden he's going to get shot up and all this. I know that I'm kind of nitpicky about this stuff, but I really want him just to be a badass. Like nobody wants to fuck with this dude, and you can't really hurt him or anything like that. Like I really want that. Like it's not that he's going to be this invincible immortal, but I miss it when you just can't, like, think about all the like former Bruce Lee movies. Like nobody could fuck with Bruce Lee. You couldn't hurt that dude. You can like hit him and he's like, all right, I'm gonna whip your ass anyway. That's the kind of guys I like in action heroes. Back in the old days with Seagal, you aren't fucking with that dude. Like he would fuck you up hard, breaking arms, snapping legs, whatever. Van Damme, same thing. Schwarzenegger, dude, you couldn't barely even touch Schwarzenegger. Good job there, kitty cat. Uh-huh. This is what I gotta do with the chaos that is two cats deciding to fuck with me while I'm doing this. Anywho, yeah, so these heroes that we grew up with, like, you know, I like it better when they're not so humanized. I mean, look, it doesn't hurt my feelings per se, but like I just want them to be badasses. I miss that. And I saw like this film, it kind of looks like they're just overly humanizing Lundgren's character to where even though he's got some nice shots and like that shot to the foot's great, and you know he looks like he is kicking some ass in it, so I'm interested. But yeah, I don't know, it's a weird take I just have, just something I was thinking about. Is like, you know, because even in the you know, Last Blood or whatever with Stallone, the continuation of Rambo, like that movie, despite being violent and gory and everything, it missed the mark that I felt that 2008 had with Rambo. Like, yeah, they were trying to overly humanize Rambo in a sense that, oh yeah, he's just not going to survive or whatever. And it's like, it's Rambo, dude. He is the baddest bitch on the planet. Like, it's just one of those things that I have that I kind of wish was still there, especially if you're going to continue to make movies. Like, I think it doesn't matter if you're aging. Like Bruce Willis did it, you know, throughout the Die Hard films. Like, you just still don't mess with McClane, man. You can't fuck with him. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being overly picky, but I do like my heroes that it's just, you can't fuck with me. You know, anyway, hope you enjoyed the trailer. Let me know your thoughts. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you would. And we'll see you next time. I think Thursday, Mr. Poet and I are going to do another Poetic Carnage, talking about the national championship game from yesterday. And then, of course, the NFL playoffs are starting this week coming up. And so we'll be talking about our picks and who's going to go what and do what and how we feel about it all. His Steelers did make it. My Broncos did not. But that's okay because I love me some football no matter where it's coming from. So we'll be giving our takes on that. So be looking for that on Thursday. See y'all later. Enjoy the rest of your week. Touche, touche.